aware of my surroundings. Yes.
Yeah, you're
So
basically
I just came
like
to on a boat.
you're basically like a sleepwalker. You've been kind of like walked. Well, yeah, you're basically a sleepwalker, like not aware of anything. Uh, um, about anything like happening around you. You're just kind of getting walked along.
Okay.
That's about it.
Look,
Um,
did you just? Oh no, go ahead.
so like last week, you guys finally made it your way out of the hidden shrine, managing to escape possible nastiness. Uh, you you came up with a few new items and made it up to level 6, which is good. Uh, but of course, you really just wanted to get out of there, especially with some of the stuff that you learned while in the shrine. Once out of the shrine, you made your way back to the ship. Brought Cogsworth on board. Well, Dovin did that. I had Dovin be in charge of. Hey, Topaz is here! Woohoo!
Neat.
Dovin in charge of leading poor Cogsworth around because Cogsworth was not capable of currently defending itself at that point.
Sorry.
No worries. But now you guys are back on the ship. You had one nasty encounter sailing too close to the island with Skull and Crossbones listed on the map, which turned out to have sirens on it, and drove two of you to watch you crash the ship into the rocks.
Wait, what?
That's what you missed last week. Sorry, Devin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Noxie tried to perform a mutiny with Topaz, so
Oh,
That's why Noxie's barrel got temporarily destroyed.
And we would have had it too, if it weren't for you meddling kids.
What, fish shaking at dreads or something?
But after that, you guys decided to sail along back, towards the island that had the smiley face on it. Now, at some point during that journey, which is 50 miles from the Skull and Crossbones Island, otherwise known as it'll take more than a day to get there, Cogsworth, the Warforged you picked up, has suddenly come back online.
I'm on a ship.
you're back. Hello.
What? Why am I on a ship?
Well, I mean, we were on the island, and there's nothing really left on the island. Although I guess we didn't really get a chance to ask you about that. Did you want to go back to the island? It might be a little bit late for that. Do you mind waiting like a week to go back? Unless you don't want to go back. In which case,
My work there is done, but did I fall unconscious?
unconscious is a word that could maybe describe that. You just kind of like zombied out a bit.
Interesting.
You were very nice doorstop, I think.
Yes, actually, he was being used as a doorstop at one point.
What about a doorstop?
I thought we said we weren't going to tell him about that.
Oh,
Noxie's like making like frequent gestures, like stop.
Do I notice this?
If you look down at your body, you'll see that you were slightly dented around the shoulders. It seems like a portcullis came down on you at one point.
What did you do, Lobu?
Wasn't me. I probably couldn't move you if I tried. And then Lobu like pushes against you and falls probably on.
Noxie just points at Topaz.
I mean, but that's not the point. The point is we all made it out okay. Sorry.
I'm just concerned. I hope I don't zombie out, as you put it, at an important.
Well, I mean, do you know why? Have you ever
Not that I can recall.
I don't really know too much about you, Warforged, so I don't know how much of a help I can be. But maybe we can go to. Is there like a big city with a library that, like an arcane academy nearby?
Well, the biggest city nearby is Oran, which is the one that you and Noxie originally came out from when you were heading to Saltmarsh. The next biggest city will be much further to the north. The capital of Keelland probably has in the library that you seek.
Okay, so I mentioned that if you really want, we could maybe go there sometime. They might have some of the knowledge that we need to help.
I
But
don't
we,
know.
but we can help you in the
Well,
meantime.
Madronis. Madronis is the
Fumble.
capital
Now's
city.
not the time. Busy.
As far as you, the rest of you are concerned, Cogsworth is suddenly talking to himself.
Oh,
It's a building. Many books.
What?
Do you know it? Yes.
are,
Have I read that?
Fumble. Hush.
are you talking to someone else?
No, but yes. More on that.
Lobu,
So where are we going?
you notice with like all your fish, Lobu, that Noxie's just kind of like floating around, like she's kind of like just kind of circling it like a shark.
Oh, Noxie, do you want some fish?
She nods
Yeah, have at.
and she
Cool.
runs to it, like just munches down on as many as she can.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We
Roll,
gotta share with our.
Noxie, roll a
with-
1d6. You managed to shove 3 of them in your mouth before Lobu can stop you.
sharing, Noxie. I mean, I don't want to share necessarily either, but we gotta feed these troops here. Otherwise, we're gonna have to feed them with money out of our pocket. You know?
Her eyes get wide and then she like nods. And she picks up one more fish and like backs away into her quarters.
What's up?
Hey, Topaz. Those rocks over there look really sharp. Maybe you should drive my fucking ship into them.
Yeah, I fucking will.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
Did
this
I
about
miss
rocks?
something?
Hey, metal guy, got a question for you. Can you float?
I doubt it.
Can you fly?
I very much doubt it. And I'd rather not go into the water. I have some rather sensitive equipment in my torso. I'd rather not risk damage.
Hey, Dovin, could you
They're
could you
fine.
make him fly?
Good people.
Um,
We're not gonna
I
fly.
need a
We're
little
not
more.
gonna fly. Someone please tell
Training.
Fumble that we're not gonna fly.
It'd be really fun.
I want to fly.
Fine.
So saying if you held yourself really straight and we got you to fly, you'd be a great floating platform. Anyway.
Well,
Lady
that's
working
not-
again. You might need a new coat of paint. Alright, I'm gonna go back up here.
But before you go, I confess I was really exhausted yesterday. I'm sure we all were exhausted, but I don't actually know where we're going.
Like-
There's a smiley face?
By the way, it's like 2 days ago at this point, Devin.
Oh, okay. So we're going to the smiley face. Do we have any idea what's on the smiley face? Or are we just going?
We're just
I
going.
think we've determined that it's either a whorehouse or
Sailing
maybe
to a smiley face?
Yeah, so we went to the money sign. That's where we found you. And now we're going to the smiley face.
Wait. You're selling me?
No. Oh, no. We're not. Ooh, no.
Noxie hands Cogsworth a copy of the pirate map.
Although, it does beg the question, what are you made of? And what's it worth?
I would like to think that my services are worth more than my
That's
scrap.
the map, by the way. MB was kind enough to remake it for, taking the little pathetic sketch I did and did this really nice mock-up of it. So
It
thank you
does
very
look pretty
much.
cool.
So the middle island is where I came from.
It was originally symboled with a dollar sign, so we went there first.
Yes, and we are going over
To
there.
the far
Bottom
Yeah, to the
left.
lower left.
Yeah.
Oh, we're skipping the skull and crossbones?
That was
No,
That
sign.
was just sharp rocks with side rift.
Oh,
That's
Actual death.
nice.
yeah. You guys.
Turns out these
Good. I'm sorry.
guys are pretty literal.
Oh, so the Snake Island is definitely
Off
no-go.
limits.
Let me get to work on the antitoxin. It might help.
It won't help.
Nothing will help.
Well, violence has seemed to
I'm
work
on my
pretty well.
potion.
But yes, we're going to the Smiley Face because apparently that's the place that literally makes pirates smile.
I have a number of ideas where they could be. Most of them,
Yeah.
So it's an island of alcohol.
It could be. Yes.
or women,
It's an alien.
or more gold.
I've been thinking about this, guys. Should we worry about how we approach this island? Like, we kind of just rushed into the last one and almost got smashed on rocks. Maybe we should, I don't know, try and be discreet. Though I don't know how you be discreet in a boat.
Noxie writes on a sign and shows it. We all hide in barrels.
As they say this, steam's going to start venting out of my torso as I prepare my herbalist kit and whatnot. Maybe putting me in a barrel is not the best idea. We're not going to explode. We're not going to explode from.
What was that about exploding?
Who's fumble?
Long story. That I don't know most of it. Thank you. I go back to my work.
Noxie's just like inspecting you up and down.
You might notice that there are tanks of fluid and a small stove, essentially, in my torso. And I'm pulling out vials out of my arms and basically distilling the venom I got from the spider into an antitoxin over this trip. It's gonna take.
That interests her, but not as much as what she's trying to figure out. She's trying to figure out how she can put you in a barrel. She like steps back and like makes a square out of her hands and like tries to like to visualize it.
Maybe if you used 2 barrels.
Noxie snaps and like points at Lobu and like nods.
Also, a box could work. Do we have any boxes?
I don't know, Fumble. I just hope they ventilate it. The steam buildup probably not.
While Noxie's busy trying to figure out how to put our new friend in a barrel, I'm going to go round to all of our crew and hand out fish for the day as their ration.
Is it cooked?
I'll leave it up to them to cook it. I don't think Lobu's got enough good sense.
Yeah, some of the people take the fish and kind of go to where they're setting up a little safety fire, like a little stove, and are starting to cook their fish because apparently they don't like raw fish.
To each their own, I guess.
Just out of curiosity, the little wood burning stove that we talked about in my torso, how big is it? Is it big enough to bake fish?
You know what? It should be. I mean, your torso is big enough that you could probably fit a. We're talking about like small fish. I mean, like one fish per person sort of fish, not like red snapper or tuna or something big like
Yeah.
bigger like that. No, we're like
Okay.
So it couldn't fit Noxie in there then.
I will
definitely not.
offer
What?
some of the crew to bake the
But
fish
in
while I'm at
theory,
my work.
you could fit Callie.
Oh,
The crab?
is it safe to say that I resummoned her?
Yeah,
Like this.
yeah, you
cool.
would have.
Yeah, well, it only takes an hour, right?
As long as you had the materials for it, you can summon her.
I do. I have 3 more castings? 4 more castings. So now I have 3 more castings.
Yeah, I will offer to the crew or anyone that needs it to bake the fish while I'm at work.
Who among us eats fish raw again? Is it Noxie,
Okay,
Lobu, and Topaz? And
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you could.
She never.
You're just a loose screw and you know it.
I am not a bull.
You're a little nuts. So how's everybody doing today?
Going great?
Some of the crew, noticing that Cogsworth keeps talking to itself, are not as excited as to come near you as they did after the initial shock of seeing a big metal man.
do we have any
Probably 'cause
boxes
they can't hear
downstairs in the
you.
cargo hold?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
No.
Do we have any boxes downstairs in the cargo hold?
The mouth.
You probably have a couple boxes, yeah.
Alright.
You're in my mind.
Well, if you
Do I have a mind? Hey, Dovin,
Go straight.
you're somewhat educated, yes?
A bit, yeah. What's up?
As a warforged, would I have a mind?
Well, it depends on how you want that question answered, because physically, it's hard to say how you define a mind, but philosophically, you definitely have one, because clearly you have conscious thought, and you might even have 2 minds if you have 2 voices inside your head, which is sort of fascinating. But there are
Don't worry,
some
there's
medical
only the one
cases where
voice.
What do you mean the one?
Your voice.
But isn't 1 + 1 2? So there's 2 voices.
she's
Only one
right.
is in my head.
Only one. That is. Only one.
Also, at this point, Fumble is actually talking out loud. So they hear 2 voices now.
Well, yes. So I'm going to have to agree with. What did you call the second voice? Fumble?
Fumble.
Fun ball or fumble?
Fumble. Fumble. I follow.
She's not the most coordinated.
Thank you.
Oh.
There's a reason why I'm in control, so we don't explode.
Okay. I
That's-
almost caused an explosion twice, and now I can't brew any.
You always forget to vent the steam.
And you always forget to clean the stove.
I do clean this.
Not good enough.
How did you meet? Were you born together?
Honestly, not sure.
Wait.
Fumble sounds sure.
Yeah. Because I would definitely choose with this.
What the hell?
They're fun to talk to.
Hey,
Hello.
Bolin.
Um,
Looks like you
What's
don't
your-
have the most dysfunctional relationship on the ship anymore.
You're really funny, Lobu.
Huh? Huh?
So, Cogsy,
yes, Fumble.
where's this short, silent one you're on?
Right over there. I point to Noxie, 10 feet away.
She
Dovin, is this a schizophrenic construct?
I'm considering that, but I mean, it also.
I'm my own person.
Are we, though?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
These schizophrenia
Some
usually there's
You're good
like
at cooking
physical
fish.
aspects to it.
Maybe you're
I wouldn't-
fishing for other life.
Oh yeah, what were you? Not a maid.
I was constructed. This is the only life I've had so far.
And then where did I come from?
I don't know.
Huh?
The extra
Huh?
bag of parts.
The extra what?
The extra bag of parts. Some assembly required.
Oh my.
All right, Dovin, your problem. You wanted to bring it. You're responsible.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Are you not? Is this not interesting? A talking robot with 2 voices, and you
Navigating. No time for that. Your problem.
Problem? This isn't a problem. This is like the best day of my life. What are you talking about?
Back to the subject at hand. I would like to fit in a barrel.
Noxie comes back from the cargo hold pushing up a barrel. And she presents it to Cogworth.
I'm gonna get in the barrel after I'm done with this.
Just put a foot in it. Just a foot.
I
She sees
kick the
smoke
barrel
coming up
over
from you.
and stick a foot in it.
Ah,
You know. I think you're.
She sees that you're smoking, so she like gets a dagger and like pokes holes in the top of it.
Thank you. Did the commoners retreat into the cargo hold?
just said fuck this.
Yes, they did. They are taking their fish and going into the cargo hold.
Oh, now that it's baked.
There's a couple others spread throughout that haven't had a chance to cook their fish. They're busy with other stuff. Like 2 of them are up on the navigational deck. The other one is manning the front piece over here.
The sextant.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking around, going, what happened to our ballista? Did our ballista just go missing?
Oh yeah.
Huh? Isn't it right here?
Yeah, well, I had ballista.
I'm surprised it
pieces,
wouldn't be
so-
on the cross
Oh, there we
bow.
go. There we
Okay.
go. Now I see them. No, it's just apparently that the. Oh, I see. When they update when Ghost of Saltmarsh got updated, it must have pulled everything to the front. That explains things. I put those on the back on the map layer instead of the token layer, so I wouldn't accidentally move them.
So there's 2 voices.
Two.
Okay, I
Just
do
to-
want to say, just for the safety of everyone else, are you liable to either A, spontaneously combust, B, explode, or C,
I assure you, when I
set everything
combust,
around you on-
intentional, pointing to the stove.
but is it gonna like?
What's that, Dovin? I couldn't hear over fumble.
We don't want the ship to catch on fire. Is that gonna be a concern?
I assure
Who's an
you,
anchor? Can
it
we
is.
use him?
No. I don't wanna be-
I prefer not to.
You better not blow my fucking ship up.
This will be nice on cold nights.
I assure you, there's no explosion, but there's a rather uncomfortable buildup of steam if I'm in an enclosed space. Unless you want a sauna.
I have been in a sauna. They are heaven in a box.
Just be
So-
careful, I doubt they're good for your books.
They
Well,
can steam clams. That's worth something.
probably could.
Considering the pet that's wandering around this boat, steam might not be the best idea.
Oh, Callie would be fine. She'll just stay away from the steam. Isn't that right, Callie?
Real.
Excuse me?
It's not. It looks real to me.
Callie is gonna walk up to your ankle and snip it angrily.
Hey,
Whose
Logan,
ankle?
will she still be
Bullet?
here if I stomp it?
Oh,
Yeah, Bowen's ankle.
Broadsworth?
Bowen's ankle. She called him not real. She called her not real. How dare
What was
she?
that fumble? Hold on. I'm having difficulty with voices tonight, I think.
Volan's up top.
Yeah.
But anyways, as long as we're okay with, as long as the ship is gonna be okay, then we got some work to do.
Yes, we can go up. But I must move carefully. I have important work to attend to. No. Please don't.
Well,
And
we did
I
need
will
a
slowly-
figurehead. Can he hang in one place for long periods of time?
What's that?
I said we.
We were gonna do our thing.
I said we. Well, I'm just saying, if we, can't get a mermaid or something else carved in the front. Next time he zones out, we can just put him up.
I feel like it would take a lot more effort. He's kind of heavy. Also, don't be
It'd also
mean.
be difficult for me to do my work strapped to the bow of a ship.
That's certainly more artistic than just Warforged.
We had a thing going.
It would be performance art.
I meant carved, by the way. Sorry.
Well, oh yeah, I would.
Well,
hope.
Baird still works.
Oh my god.
I wonder how much that would cost to get an artist to do that. Is there space? Is there wood there to be carved?
No, but I mean, I thought Topaz said something about making that at one point.
One
That's
thing
the
I can
reason
tell you, though.
mentioned it.
No, we
Probably
couldn't
cost
do that. It
nothing
would
to
make
fill
the
a
ship
chest.
too forward heavy.
I'm calling the police.
I'm
Why?
just gonna pretend like I didn't hear that, and then I'm gonna remember that I was gonna do something to the mast of the ship when we got back. I'm gonna start casting Magic Mouth.
Excellent. What do you wish the mast to say?
It's gonna sing the whenever the sun hits it in the morning. It's gonna sing the opening line to Lion King.
Oh, I forgot.
Alright, out of character,
So-
you just earned the respect of Elf. She literally has Simba tattooed on her arm.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. I
Nah.
So yeah, every morning it'll be a sort of an alarm or wake up call. So it'll take 10 minutes, and you guys won't really know what's going to happen until tomorrow morning.
Great.
The fashion.
Does that mean every morning we hold Noxie up and throw her overboard?
Noxie just glares.
Oh god.
What is?
Oh,
Why does
wow.
Noxie have an apparent obsession with barrels?
That's a cool tattoo.
Noxie's currently sketching something.
Oh no.
Why doesn't she?
Well, some people like being in enclosed spaces. And the barrel seems like a good size for her, I think.
I'm sure it'd be roomier for her than us.
For sure. I haven't gotten the barrel, and I don't think I want
ventilate a
to.
barrel. No. Barrel is too big. We can get you a bucket. Or a helmet. Fine, we'll get you a mug. Yes. Do you see what I have to go through?
It sounds fun. It's just like me and Callie. Except she doesn't really talk back to me.
As long
But I can
as she
prove-
doesn't tamper with my experiments, it's okay.
Experiments?
Yes.
What kind of experiments?
I try to keep people alive with the ingredients I find kind of experiments.
Ooh. Do you have like a
Like-
recipe book?
I've been asleep for 500 years.
Hmm.
I had a book.
That's so
I
sad.
no longer have a book.
We shall make you a new one.
Then this will be the first entry. Let's just hope this antitoxin does what it needs. I
It's,
will when I'm done.
could I help them make the antitoxin? If there's a roll required for it.
It's actually being brewed in his chest cavity.
Oh, gotcha.
So that
And
might
the
be
vials
a
contained
little
within my
difficult.
arms.
Yeah.
It's somewhat specialized.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was
It
just
was
wondering, like,
not. It was not designed with an end user interface in mind. Let's just say that. One might say I like to keep things bottled up inside.
but
Sorry.
This is one of the least offensive puns that we've made so far.
I just had to get it off my chest.
So, by the next day, as you make your way closer to where the map says this island is, you notice that while dawn and the sun has risen, it's getting darker the closer you're getting to the location, according to your map. You see mist out in front of you, just kind of starting to surround the local area, and it's starting to surround your ship.
This doesn't feel very happy island to me.
Before we address this, Noxie has something to show Cogsworth. Are you prepared for Noxie's artistic skills?
No.
Sure.
She shows you this. I posted in Discord.
Aww.
What?
Oh God! And a barrel? That's adorable.
New friends with a Z. I appreciate it.
She hands it to you.
I will stick it in a pouch on my belt. Does anyone have a clue what's on this island?
Only just the smiley face is the only clue we have.
Well, that's unfortunate. I haven't the foggiest.
So speaking of this darkness, it doesn't appear natural, does it?
Roll a nature check.
Can I assist on that?
Can we see the sun in the sky?
You can, though. Again, it's slowly starting to become swallowed up by whatever this.
Is it like dark storm clouds or fog?
It appears to be fog or mist.
Okay.
It's like slowly engulfing your ship, and you can still sort of make out the sun in the sky. But it's the deeper you're going, the less and less you're getting. The crew work quickly to slow the ship down with taking it down to half sail. Who is on navigational lookout?
That's two different positions.
Sorry. Who's on Who's on main lookout? Like looking ahead of the ship. Any of the PCs or just the crew?
I think
Go ahead.
we're probably too distracted, honestly.
Well, I mean, if we notice that it's getting darker, I think I would like to move to a place where I could get a better look, if that
Alright,
makes any
roll
sense.
perception check.
Anyone have a horn?
I can whistle.
That won't do it. Someone get up in the prow. Call out, see if you get an echo. If you do, we're good. If you don't, we're getting close to something.
One of the crew from over here calls over. Hey, Captain! I think I see a light kind of flashing in the distance.
I'll call back. Take it in slow. We're heading in.
I'd like to watch over the starboard, aft Are there any
Somebody with
rocks or
sharp
anything?
eyes. Sharp eyes, get in the prow, please. I don't trust the humans.
Do
I
we?
also tell the crew to ready the ballistas just in case.
Do we have a crow's
Captain!
nest?
I believe so, yes.
All right. Noxie's gonna climb up there then.
Roll a perception check for me, please, Noxie.
And what about the darkness? Does it seem natural?
Sorry, I forgot about the nature check. It seems mostly natural. I mean, the effect itself appears to be, like, natural versus magical. However, it could very well have been initiated by some sort of magical effect further in. You know how, like, steam is generated by this and that, and later on, like, fog will come rolling down something as a byproduct?
Right.
Yeah. So, while the actual physical stuff around you is definitely really there, it's not magic, what created it may have started as magic. Like, there might be, like, an after effect of it, because it doesn't seem like the right temperature, but, you don't know enough about the conditions to be fully certain, but it seems like maybe magic started it, but maybe this is just a real thing. As for Noxie, you see exactly what the crew member down there is talking about. In the distance, in the direction that you guys have been heading in, you see a small light that appears to be flashing some kind of signal towards your ship.
Does Noxie know anything about? Would I know anything about ship sync, like Morse code or anything like that, or any kind of?
Roll an intelligence check.
What about that book?
Ooh.
Yeah, even as you're thinking about it, you remember that Volin happens to have something on her that decodes such signals.
Alright, Noxie's gonna climb down and relay to the party through a note that says, "There's a light, it's trying to signal us."
Well, we got a signal back, right?
Yeah, let me whip out that book. I also have a lantern. Yeah.
How far?
How far?
Alright, you estimate that if you're going at this course, if you were going to be coming right up along that light, it would probably be about 3 minutes or so to get there at the speed that you've been going. But you're starting to slow down, so it might be more like 5.
Noxie, come with me. We should head over to the other side of the ship. And then from there, I'm gonna try to see what they're signaling, and I might signal.
Alright.
As they go to the bow, I'm actually going to move forward with them and cast guidance on Volin. Wish her well and that her sight is true.
Alright. So, Volin, from the book that you have and the signaling paper and all that, well, that paper does have, like, the main signals on it that you used back then. It also has the key code for, several other signals, but they're, like, like folded up and apparently not used that much, at least not where you were at. And you could see words, words like friend and halt and ready to things like that. And it just seems like these were just like jotted down as much smaller than some of the other ones, but looking at that signal that's coming out, you're seeing what looks like the signal for friend and halt showing up.
At that point, I tell them to halt the ship, drop anchor. Should we signal back, friend?
Clink.
Captain, if I may, I think I've got a plan. So you remember the former captain of the ship, right? I was thinking I could potentially imitate him, and then Lobu casts disguise self to appear just like that guy. But I probably have to roll an intelligence check to remember anything about him.
Roll an intelligence check.
Hmm?
Yeah, you think you pulled it off. That guy was obnoxious enough that he stuck in your mind.
What is Lobu doing?
He is casting a. What?
No, in character.
Okay.
We originally took this ship from a bunch of smugglers. Lobu, I like this idea. It's just that he was executed, and I don't know if maybe they know that.
Could at least buy us some time.
Okay, we could go with that. I know there was something in the book about like come aboard or something like that, or like something of that nature. Can I signal that we're friends and that they're free to come?
You may do so. Is that what you
Okay.
Would they have been able to see us from where they are? We can only see them because of the lantern, right?
We have a lantern that we took, or I took.
I can also cast light if need be. If
Well,
our
no,
lantern
I'm
isn't
just-
cutting through the fog.
I'm just saying, if our lantern was on this whole time, then I have nothing to say. But if it wasn't on, then that means that they could see us when we can't see them.
That's a good point, Delvin. They must have maybe made this fog or something. I don't. They must have some sort of skills.
Yeah, or this is a trap.
I mean, if you wanted to turn out now, sure, we could do that. But I also think that this might be the place we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm just saying we should be careful.
Of course, of course.
What are we doing? We're still on course.
You guys dropped anchor last I looked.
We did.
Yep.
Yep.
Bolin called for drop anchor and clink, 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 clink.
Right. So about how far would it be distance-wise now?
Let's see, distance-wise, it looks a little bit closer than it did when you guys were still sailing towards it. So maybe 2 minutes away from here if you were still sailing. But it's kind of hard to tell because of all the fog.
All right, I'm gonna go take a look. Are you sending Carly with me?
Sure, yeah, she can go with you.
Alright.
Splush.
Alright.
So do Topaz's jump off, or do we have a dinghy?
I just jumped off.
Okay. Yeah, we're not doing.
Yeah, Topaz is a sea elf. She's not going to waste time with a dinghy.
Staying
well,
under, below the surface. I'm heading that way.
Alright.
and I'm gonna look through Callie's eyes.
Remember? Since I was awake. What was I doing? Not twiddling your thumbs.
Are you going to relay everything that Callie sees?
Things that are important enough. I'm not gonna like give a documentary
Okay.
of.
No, I'm just checking whether or not to switch things to whispers as to what Topaz is seeing or not, based on your response. So if you're going to give that away, I might as well just stay here. So Topaz, it's swimming off with Kelly. And soon, after a couple minutes of swimming, she finds that there is a bit of rock extending down from what appears to be a small island. Not the island that would have been on the thing. This is more like a baby island, like a little bit of rock with something mounted on it. And it's approximately on top of this this bit of rock where that light would have been coming from given the estimation.
So this rock is away from the shore.
away from whatever shoreline there is for whatever island that you were heading for. However, you cannot find. You do not see the direction. Sorry, you do not see because of the dark and the mist and the fog in the distance. The said island that you're looking for. You just encountered a rock that seems to be there, extending down towards the whatever bottom is at this. I'm trying to remember the exact terminology. Not latitude. This exact area. You know how the seabed is higher in some places than others, in other places very low. That sort of thing. Where there's less water down below. Like, it doesn't take that long to dive down to the bottom of it.
Okay, so does it seem like it's obviously getting shallower towards some
Yeah, it seems to be getting
area of land?
a bit shallower. There's still plenty of room for your ship to maneuver past, but it seems like there's either like a small signal tower or something on this bit of rock.
Okay, well, I'm taking full advantage of the cover afforded by the fog and going to go closer to that, maybe up onto the rock and get a better look.
All right.
Stealth.
Okay. Stealth check. Make a perception check. Alright. So, you pull yourself as quietly as possible out of the water, and you can definitely make out the up-close light and movement that somebody seems to be, attempting to signal once again the boat. And you see another figure, but, they kind of turn around and look in your direction. They appear to be wearing some kind of goggles. You can just barely make it out in the gloom of the fog, and you hear a voice call something in what sounds to be Goblin, because you've heard the dialect before, or the language before.
Are they human-sized?
They're human-sized. You can't quite make out other features of them, but they're definitely human-sized.
Is that who was flashing the light, or is that somewhere
There
else?
appears to be two people there, one of them flashing the light and one standing nearby. That one, the other one turned around and it seems to be staring right at you, but it's hard to tell again. They appear to have a set of goggles over their face, and it seems like the goggles can see whatever they can see through the goggles. They can see you.
Were there any structures on this rock?
You can't make out too far away in this rock. This rock is pretty small, but there could easily be a small structure somewhere in this rock that you can't quite see past the fog to get a clear view of. You can just see the two people there with the signal lantern.
Okay. Were they armed and armored?
Let's see. With that perception check, you could see that they definitely have some kind of defensive weapons on them. Probably armor as well, but again, they're more like outlines to you. But within those outlines, you can definitely make out some kind of sword and crossbow combinations. Well, two weapons, not a combo weapon, but two weapons.
Okay. I'm just diving back into the water. We're talking Goblin, Callie. I'm not sure how much you can relay back to Dovin, but if you can, let them know. Hold tight. I'm going to go back in and actually go around the rock in the direction that we were going anyway.
Okay.
And see if I can't get closer and make out an island or something bigger.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you're a very good swimmer. So you're going to be swimming for a bit. The rest of you, what do you do as soon as Dovin gets to relay about the goblin speech?
Dovin, shit, you can't ask questions, can you?
I can hear you.
Okay, Dovin, can you see if they're bigger or smaller in size? Remember there were hobgoblins that we encountered and we ran into those weird sea goblin things?
Goblin, do you? Bumble?
I speak. Would you?
Actually, I can't hear. I'm deaf and blind.
Yeah, he can't. He currently can't hear you talking to him. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
yeah, he
I
can-
should've
confused for a
remembered that.
second.
Yeah, Dovin can only hear and see through one set of senses, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Callie.
So I'm just gonna be describing what I heard, and it'll And when
So
I saw,
he saw it. So I don't need to
Yeah.
describe it. He saw it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. He saw goblins. They were definitely more human sized. Sorry, he saw something that spoke goblin. It was definitely human sized. Beyond that, no information because of the darkness. Well, the
Yeah, it wasn't much of a look, to be honest. As soon as I got up there and I realized one was looking at me, apparently I was like, bloop, back in the water again.
Noxie,
I wasn't going to wait around.
her eyes widen and Noxie writes on a sign and points it, but she completely forgets that Dovin can't see. But it's the sign says, "Are they big and furry?"
yeah, so Dovin doesn't see, but just so you know, if you want to wake me up, you can I can feel stuff. So if you shake me, I'll come out of
did
it.
Dovin tell his companions this before he went into this trance state?
I've done this before, and I think I said it then.
Okay,
but
so they might
could be
remember,
wrong. If you want
or
them
they
to-
might be, or they might be confused about that at the moment because you don't do it very often.
Right.
Yeah, so Noxie wouldn't remember.
Could I roll an Arcana on that?
Sure. Yeah, you
No.
don't remember either. You're kind of preoccupied.
I could try and reach out with my mind telepathically to him, but I don't even know what that would do.
What's
since
the
he's already
distance on your ability?
30 feet.
He's way too far away.
Yeah, I was talking about
Dovin. Dovin. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you meant. Should have said he because sorry. Brain.
Sorry.
What is Dovin doing?
Symptom for long day.
Yeah, you could try to awaken mine. That could. Well, I shouldn't say.
Lobo's
Hopefully
using
it doesn't.
a warlock ability.
I can send messages. Do you want me to see if I can reach him?
Sure.
All right. I will. I'll use message and ask Dovin if he can return to us. We have a few questions.
Yeah, Dovin should be able to receive that. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll come out of the trance.
Any answers yet?
I mean, I told you what I saw.
Noxie shows you the sign. Are they big and furry?
It was hard to tell. I mean, the fog is really thick. I mean, did they look at all big and furry?
They look human-sized.
They looked human sized. I really couldn't make out much more than that. What were you thinking?
Noxie just kind of looks down, troubled, and then she writes down on a sign and shows you bugbears.
They would be a bit dangerous, wouldn't they? What do you think, Captain? Do we... Topaz is seems to be going around the other side of the island. Or, as such, do we want to do anything? Keep going?
I think if Topaz wants to keep going around, we should wait for her, but we were told to halt, and we should keep an eye out, see if they're sending anyone, or I don't know. But we have to stay put.
Okay. Just so you know, and you can, if you shake my shoulder or tap on, I don't know, you can shake me. I can feel things if you want me to come out of a trance. I'm going to go ahead.
I'm terribly sorry. Can I get just a real quick rundown on the last couple seconds? I had to save my fiance from an insect while she was in the restroom.
Yikes. Well, so
we were
we're
just
gonna,
explaining the spell, or the familiar thing.
yeah, and Roland decided that we're going to stay put, but keep an eye out, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, unless we want to send... Noxie, you can't swim very well. I saw you almost drown.
I could help Noxie swim over.
As can I.
Just do we want to separate the group? I think it'd be beneficial to have someone to translate, but again, Noxie, you're shit at swimming. No offense.
She just shrugs.
On another
For a
day,
battle.
Okay. So, how about this? Lobu, you send Noxie over. Noxie, if that's okay with you. We need to know what they're saying, and I don't know if we could get a closer look. They might be bugbears, they might be hobgoblins, they might be those sea hobgoblins. We don't know, right? So, just if you be willing.
One question.
Mhm.
What's the range on that ballista?
DM, what's the range on our ballista?
Yeah, I was just looking it up right now.
Two bugbears versus one giant ballista.
Why am I
Oh,
hearing
no.
ows? That
How-
doesn't sound good.
How quickly do we need the translator over there?
Oh no. You're not thinking
no,
what I fucking
no.
think you're thinking.
No!
What's the matter, Fumble?
I am not flying!
I wasn't talking about us.
Oh, okay.
Talking about the goblin translator.
Fly forward.
Exactly.
Like Noxie looks at you and then looks at the ballista, keeps looking back and forth as she's like slowly piecing it together.
We could pad a barrel.
That's positively.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I'm gonna have to
GM
step
will
in
allow
here
this.
for.
I hope they hear the sarcasm in Cogsworth's voice.
Here's the thing.
Fumble's all
We've
for
had
it,
enough
though.
stupid ideas where that might actually have been an option. So
Go get a barrel. Go get a barrel!
No.
Go get a barrel! Okay, put me in charge.
No.
Put me in charge!
The ballista will not fire a
Put
barrel.
me
It
in
was a joke.
charge!
Later.
Come on, I know I had this page of ballista marked off. Where did it go?
Fine, I'll let
that's
you
right,
get a
'cause it's the
barrel,
freaking
but no
page,
guarantee
yeah.
that they'll use it.
Wrong book.
And as I say that,
Dungeon.
my eyes will flicker to a different color. What's your color? Alright, they are bright pink when Fumble's in control.
Well, that's good. It's obvious.
So I'm going to run down, grab a barrel,
Full or empty?
empty, but I'm going to see if I can find anything that'll pad it.
There are pillows. There are a bunch of like these strung up hammocks everywhere that look like they would work well as padding.
So I put a sufficient amount of padding in the barrel and run it back up. Small silent one.
There are some physics concerns here.
She looks up. She looks horrified at this whole thing.
Barrel.
This isn't necessary. Lobu can swim, and
I can't for the life of me find my information on the ballista. I just know I had it at one point. I thought I put a marker on that
In all
page.
seriousness, though,
you know, I don't think we'll be.
If these
firing any
barrels-
ballistas today. We're all
if
good.
you have an empty sealed barrel, it might float well enough that Noxie could sit on it and Lobu pushes it.
but I mean, Lobu could just.
Uh,
This seems like an overly complicated solution to a simple problem.
If Noxie can't swim, it's a flotation device. I was joking about the bullet.
and I was
All right.
sitting there
Am
looking
I
at
there
the
yet?
information up.
I should go back.
Maybe.
Yes.
Let's check.
It might make
Yes.
it sense.
But question, Dovin, can you see through Kelly's eyes right now?
Not right now,
All right.
because I'm
So-
currently trying to persuade them from a very bad idea.
Okay, so this is for you only, because Dovin is in the middle of talking to people. You get closer and closer to a bit of shallows, not so shallow that again ships can't float there, but you're definitely moving towards an area where there's docking, and you can see above you that the mist has just suddenly cut out, like
Okay.
the mist is not at that point, but this is also leading you out in front. Roll a perception check for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
terrible.
So you are nearly on top of them by the time that you notice the I forget their names offhand. The sea hobgoblins swimming up towards you with spears out. One of them calls an Aquan, saying, "I do not recognize you. State your business here."
Okay. Two questions. Do I know how fast they are? And is there any sea life around here?
There's a few fish swimming around. That you can see some starfish below you, some clams, maybe an octopus just kind of like scuttling along the bottom.
And do I know how fast these things swim?
Prior to the lizard folk, did you have contact with these sort of creatures before? The sea hobgoblins?
Very possible.
Yeah. So you'd probably know that not only because of your race, but your monk features are a lot faster than these guys. These guys are decent swimmers and would definitely surround a human if they were in the water, but they're really not that much of a threat to you if you were just swimming away.
Okay. Well then, at that point, I'll turn and look at the octopus and say, "Hey, do me a favor and just slow them down a little bit. Maybe some ink. I'd appreciate it. I'll bring you some food later." And then I'm going to go turn tail and skedaddle full speed.
All
Try
right.
to evade them.
Okay, and I'm gonna need you to stay here for a minute. I'll bring you back as soon as you
All right.
get back to the ship.
Cool.
Okay. So at this point, while you guys are still talking about getting a barrel and Fumble is has the barrel and you're debating whether or not to throw it overboard or use a ballista or whatnot, you hear a loud horn suddenly split the otherwise silence of the air.
Ah, Topaz.
Does she have a horn?
No, she
I'm
did
gonna-
not.
I'm gonna immediately look into Callie's eyes.
At this point, you see the only thing you see in through Callie's eyes is because you're hearing a bunch of Aquan is several of those underwater hobgoblins with spears apparently trying to talk to her. It doesn't appear to be the source of the horn noise.
Oh. Okay, so I'll say that the horn isn't from. Wow, the horn isn't from Topaz.
Yeah, dumb man. She got
It's getting closer.
Wait, looking around, do we see where it's coming from?
You're still surrounded by mist, but roll a perception check.
That's
Captain, I can clear away this mist, I think, but if we do it, I think we're just going to be in it then.
Noxie puts her hands up, like, hold on, and she crawls up to the crow's nest and then looks from there.
Volan.
You see a new light in the distance, that's coming from the source of that horn noise, Noxie. It seems to be coming this way. A rather large ship.
Her eyes goes wide. She crawls down, comes back up, and she shows a sign: "Big ship."
Bigger than
Alright.
ours.
Are the hobgoblins, the Aquan hobgoblins, are they reacting to the?
No, but at this point, you see, we're slightly. I would assume that Dovin would have been distracted by the goings on here. When you're looking back into Callie's eyes, you notice that that Topaz appears to be swimming fast away from those hobgoblins, probably heading back this direction.
Okay, Topaz is coming back. I'm going to pop back into my own senses. That's a big ship.
We got to save Topaz, man. Get yourself together.
She's coming.
How do we prepare? Where's the ship coming from?
Which direction is coming
From
from?
the direction you were initially sailing in.
So behind us or ahead of us?
The one that you were sailing towards. Sailing towards. Sorry, past that signal light.
Okay, we're fine. We're gonna wait for Topaz. We're not leaving without her. That's the first
Should-
thing.
But maybe pull up the anchor.
Pull up the anchor. The ballista is readied. This might just be
Fine.
the ship coming to welcome us. We don't
Control them.
know.
We'll get through this.
Okay, I need to get to Topaz. Just 1 minute. Alright. So, by the time that you make it back to the ship, and you're feeling a large wake above you, since you're swimming deep underwater, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're feeling a bit of a wake above you, like some other ship that's cutting through the water somewhere above you. And by the time you make it back to what you know is your ship, you see the anchor is lifting up out of the water. What do you do?
Okay. I'm getting up on board quickly.
So do you just climb the side?
Yeah.
Okay. All of a sudden, Topaz climbs up the side of your ship. And you can actually audibly hear something slicing the water coming very close.
Big ship coming this way. They're hobgoblins or Kolith.
Okay.
I'm going to hold on to the rail and brace, just in case.
It was hobgoblins, I think, on the island, hobgoblins on the land beyond. Not that much farther past, but something's coming this way.
Something
Or they're
nice.
aggressive.
No, it's another ship. I wouldn't count on it being friendly.
Anchors are up, ready to move.
Get that
We have
ballista
the
loaded.
ready. They're
The rest of the crew should go downstairs.
I didn't
Stay
stand
still.
around and talk. All they saw was me. There's no reason to suspect anything about the ship. Yeah.
Have the crew on the back load the ballista before they take cover.
A flaming arrow suddenly flits through the air and lands on your deck.
Okay, we're taking that as a sign of hostile intention.
All right. Okay. Are we fighting or are we fleeing? Because we got a tiny ass ship.
Coxie, what are you doing?
Either way, we need to move.
Fuck. Okay.
We're sitting
try to
duck
stick
here.
Around. We have a ballista on the back.
You have two ballistas.
Noxie-
You've got one in the front and one in the back.
Noxie's helping prepare the ballista.
I always knew we'd use the running ballista first.
All right.
Either way, the point is, it wasn't an island where a bunch of pirates get rowdy. It was an island full of aquatic hobgoblins, as far as I could tell.
All
Why
right.
they have a smiley face there, I don't even want to.
It seems like maybe this is a
Last thing we need is to shoot
outpost
here.
island that then you can go to the bigger island. But
Four
Well,
more
like I said,
flaming-
there-
4 more flaming arrows come whizzing into the deck of your ship.
Captain, make a call.
All right. Noxie, fire.
Alright, Nox gonna aim and fire.
And we're turning the ship around.
Roll perception checks.
Everyone?
Yes.
Or just certain people?
Everyone roll perception checks. Now, did I give you a handout for that ballista? Is that relevant? Because I know I must have given something to somebody at some point.
No, I'm looking through the handouts. I don't see anything.
Because I must have given you some information, or maybe it was just
Unless-
in the notes. Hold on. I have my notes right here in front of me for one of these things. Let's see.
When I make
Also
ability
cool.
checks, does it count as fumble assisting me?
You didn't declare it beforehand.
Well, I don't even know if it's an option.
In the future, yes, it can be. If Fumble wants to say, if Fumble actually physically says something, saying I'm looking too, that'll be counted as advantage.
Okay.
There we go. Now it's right here in front of me with the weapon ballista. Ranged weapon attack, plus 6 to hit, range 120 to 480 feet. One target.
Just a straight +6.
Yep. Oh!
Ooh.
3d10.
People know how to handle a gun, and they just go flying.
You hear the thud of something wood, and you think you hear something splintering from the other ship.
hell yeah, Noxie.
My sneak attack would not be a part of this, right?
Correct.
Aww.
I'm gonna sneak attack you with a giant ballista.
Noxie, you're also hearing splashing noises. Cogsworth, you think you might hear something splashing as well.
Noxie's gonna look overboard and look in the water.
And I look over the other.
Alright. You guys... Okay, so Noxie is looking... Oh, well, Noxie at this point would be over here if the ship is turned, right? So that's where you're firing
we're-
from?
Oh, we're turning. I thought she was taking a shot as we were turning from the front.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay. So she's
taking the
okay.
shot.
So if you're still looking in the front, the two of you, yeah, you can see several dark shapes seeming to making their way towards your ship.
How far away are they?
Let's see. Those particular ones, probably about 100 feet.
All right, Noxie's gonna show a sign. Prepare for battle. They're coming.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah. Okay.
And Hobgoblin.
Reload the ballista.
Don't know.
Well, now
Gonna
we're
fight
gonna
them.
be turning around, right? So
Right.
we're gonna want
other
to be in the
side?
back ballista.
Yeah.
Great. Let's switch.
I will
All right, I'm going back
help
over
the crewman
in that
reload
case.
this one though, just so it's loaded in case.
Keep it loaded.
Going back
Uh,
over, and
how
I'm
many-
looking for sharks or anything else like that.
How many creatures are in the water coming towards us?
There's another loud splash. It's somewhere to the back of you now, as you turned, because you now got them behind you. How many are coming towards you?
Yeah.
You didn't see.
Okay.
But there's
But
now
there's-
now a loud splash from something much bigger than a person hitting the water somewhere behind you.
Okay.
As for
Um,
sharks, please roll a new perception check, Topaz.
Actually,
Oh, you're down in the water. Okay. So at this point, you see several figures just barely making it to the hull of your ship. You don't see any sharks, but you do see more schools of fish.
quick
Did I
thing.
see whatever was big that's making the noise? Where was that? Was that the hobgoblin?
You look back and you see what looks like a ballista, a ballista ammo now sinking in the water.
Yeah, that's what the splash was.
I'm going to run
It
forward
missed.
and cast light on the next ballista bolt before it's fired.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm talking to the other fish. Hello, sorry to bother you. Those are bad things. They want to eat you. They've killed many of your kin. You should perhaps just chase them off before they get
Some of them
to
have
your
already
nest.
started swimming away, but the rest of them are forming up into a school and heading that direction.
And what do I see, if anything, down here?
Was this Topaz doing this?
Yes.
Okay.
Down there, you do see one of the figures starting to climb up the side of your ship, and you think it's actually one of your own kind.
Huh.
Oh,
Bum.
Huh.
And then
Are
is this
they,
right next to Topaz?
Are they dressed like a bad person?
If you mean like a pirate or a bandit or something along those lines,
Yeah.
yes, that's
Fashion
probably
steak.
the case. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you discriminating? Are you typecasting them?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go up and first chance I get, I'm aiming a kick and trying to knock them off the side if they're trying to climb it, and then we're gonna have an earnest conversation.
So make it an attack roll on them.
I'm not gonna spear them yet.
I see what you're getting at.
All right. So you managed to collide with this one and knock them down from the from off the side. They sink into the water with you.
I guess I'm talking in Elven. I'm pretty sure they'd understand that, and I know the Colons can understand Aquan, and I don't necessarily want them to know what I'm saying. So I'll switch into Elven and be like, "What the hell are you doing? Are you working with the hobgoblins?"
The sea elf, a brutish-looking male, kind of looks back at you in surprise. Working with? No, they are my underlings. Surrender now, and we won't have to kill you.
Oh, please. You don't even.
You dare to breach the cordon around this place, and you don't declare yourself to be a friend? Well then.
Hello. You didn't give us a chance to declare anything, and you came out to us.
We've been signaling you for a while now, and you didn't make any responses. Therefore, you're not a friend. Besides, I think I recognize this ship. And I happen to have heard rumors that this particular ship was taken over by those who, well...
Alright, I'm not listening to him anymore. I'm sticking my head back up above the water. I'm calling to the ship. It's like, this sea elf's an asshole. Kill him.
Okay.
Can you get them to come on board?
You want them on board, Lobu?
Well, most of you can't swim very well.
A ballista suddenly skewers your let's see, it would skewer about right around here. You just feel the vibration of the ship as it punches a hole through those that deck.
Angry little green thing is gonna fire back.
So there's no
Little
small
green
final.
deck.
That
It
was
was angry little green thing.
I'm just picturing Noxie spinning this thing around. Her feet aren't even on the deck. She's just like, wee!
Oh, string. Bow, bow, bow. Also, do we see anything with the lit
The ballista. Hold on.
ballista bolt?
That's the one that's being fired right now. Noxie,
Yep.
that's a hit. You see another ship in the darkness where the light is now coming from. It is about twice the size of this one,
Oh, crap.
and has a lot more crew and several more ballista. The crew, from what you could see, appear to be humanoid, but they don't appear to conform to any one particular race.
I
That's a
believe we need to
big
disable
game.
their weapons and run.
Oh, shit!
Yeah,
I know.
please, get back on the ship. We're going.
Too late. I've already gone under to go fight this guy.
I will.
Lobu, just like slaps his face with his hand and dives over.
Noxie, load another one.
She does
How,
so.
how far is the
Aim
ship?
for their weapons.
Aim for
The
their
ship
weapon.
is within 200 feet of you.
The second I can see Topaz, I'm casting heroism.
Alright. Hold on, I need to figure out what tokens to bring out. 1 second.
Also, are we going on initiative in a minute?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm trying to figure out what tokens to
Yeah.
properly, describe what you're fighting right now.
What's the range on the big cross the ballista?
120/480.
Okay, we don't
You're
breathe,
within range.
so we can't.
Ah, okay, so that's
Alright,
right
I'm just
there.
making.
Okay,
I'm just
so
making
these should
a,
be under bandit, I guess. Hold on, let's see if this is.
500!
Where's
What's
scrap
it-
metal?
What's the temporary hit points on that again?
Scrap metal. Yes, I do.
Okay, so
So
One of them, just to be sure.
restoring every round.
let's see, so several.
What is it? Sorry.
Later.
Just ask one for it.
I'll ask later.
6.
Fumble wants to know if sharks eat metal.
Oh no!
Unlikely.
Thank you. Unlikely.
That's not a definite no, so it's a maybe.
Good enough for me.
Not good enough for me.
May I fire the?
And I need my fishies.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm right now trying to figure out the exact tokens for this.
Is the captain on the bow or on the stern? I thought we'd already turned around before they
Yeah,
approached.
you're right. Sorry, I was putting them in the wrong spot.
I guess I'm over here.
Keep
Then.
these snickerdoodles away from
So yeah, were Topaz and Lobu over there then?
Noxie and Cogsworth are there. Topaz and Lobu are underwater at the moment. You don't know where
Yeah.
they are.
I'm thinking, didn't Lobu though specifically jump off on Topaz's side, or at least
Yeah,
say
I thought
they
so.
did?
Yeah, and then they've been swimming around.
Okay.
1 second, sorry, I hate when that happens. This was just like one of several outcomes that I wrote down copies for, and I now realize I need one more token out there, and I'm spacing on which one to put in. Because I hate the fact that they don't have specific ones for, like, sea elf race. You just have to go with, like,
A generic.
putting in. Yeah. And it's like, but pirate and bandit don't seem good enough for that,
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Understandable.
pirate will have to do. Or bandit, rather. So that one is down there with you. Oop. No, I just was copying that. So that one is down there with you guys. There we go. Now I have initiative up.
Oh, that what? You click your token and then do initiative?
Do I get another shot off before initiative?
I thought that was your shot off. I'm sorry, because you were shooting off right as these guys were starting their attack.
Hmm.
Which one's the sea elf, or are these both sea elves?
The one underwater is definitely a sea elf. Hold on, I'll put a marker on.
Oh, these guys were on the ship? Okay.
The other guys climbed up the side of the ship. That's in color blue. There we go.
So, would there be any crew running around the deck trying to get us moving again?
Yeah, that's what your crew is currently doing.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are down there, and you need fish. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And
Fish.
I don't know what good they would do on the ones that are already getting on the ship, but if
Yeah.
there's any in the water, or maybe they can harass this captain, or do something useful.
I could have sworn we had fish at one point. What's the name of the fish again?
I think it's like quippers.
Cripple,
Oh,
thank
if they're quippers, that would be awesome.
Because anything else is like, I don't even have a
What?
token for that.
I didn't expect them to be out here in the middle of the. Oh, I have no idea where they
No,
tend
maybe
to
not.
swim.
Well, actually, no, in a place like this, crippers would definitely be around.
Quippers are great. We love quippers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like D&D Piranha.
Yes.
Cool.
And apparently they love topaz, but not in a I want to eat you way.
Yeah.
But in a
Apparently,
let's go kill shit together way.
we provide snacks for them.
Yeah, that's how they took out the crew of the Sea Ghost, actually.
Quippers.
Yup.
They
Started
munched
throwing
them.
Yeah, they started throwing them overboard towards the crippers.
So it's just the one.
No, they
swarm
were
of
jumping
quippers following
overboard of
them?
their own accord. Well, yeah, we did knock a few over. And other ones jumped. Yeah, they did not expect
No,
that.
you kept dragging them overboard, like going, yep,
Oh, yeah.
I'm throwing you in the
Anything
water now.
bowling in me, yeah, we
Throwing
were
you-
like, get it.
Throwing the water.
Armand
Topaz.
Topaz.
That's how the two of them bonded.
Okay. Hang on, was it me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Am I flanking because of the
Yeah.
quippers? Excellent. All right. Well, he's proved himself to be. Give us a bad name. Try to run him through.
Ooh.
And let's see.
Blood starts
I'm
streaming in the water, which excites the quippers.
I'm going to make that a stunning strike. He gets a DC save, con save. Cost me points.
What does stunning do in the water?
Stunned.
Does that make things start drowning if they're not a sea
He's
creature?
he's a
a
seal.
sea elf. It doesn't matter for that.
Well, I was just wondering because I've never seen stunned in a water
I
scenario.
think
Well,
it
doesn't-
would.
It doesn't make you start suffocating if you're above water.
Well, I thought you guys were in the water.
Yeah, you guys are underwater, so yeah. If this guy wasn't a sea elf, yeah, that'd be a problem.
Okay, so that incapacitates him. He automatically fails strength and dex saves. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. What's incapacitated? Just gives me. Oh, he can't act. All right. So now I'm going to spend a key point and do flurry of blows. Just start beating the crap out of him as he's floating there in the water.
Oops, ignore that. Sorry. Ignore it.
Thud. Oh, I forgot my little flurry of blows thing. She's got to make a. Let's see. What do I want to do? Don't pay attention to that. I want to. I don't know if it would matter in the water. Probably not. Would it? If I knocked him prone.
Yeah, prone doesn't make any
And
difference in the water.
he's already stunned. He's not going to get reactions. And I don't want to push him away. Oh, what if I? Yeah, I don't know if I want to push him into the boat. Would that do anything to him?
Currently pushing him away would be pushing him into the swarm of clippers
Ooh.
from your position.
Maybe I want to do that. I don't know.
All right.
No, I don't want. As long as they're getting the flank on him, that's fine. No, we'll just stick with what we did. I'm just pounding him.
Okay.
Decent rolls too.
Well,
Helps to have advantage.
So, as one of my companions
So-
likes to say, monks are bullshit.
Also, is your flurry of blows 3 attacks?
Oh, that's right. I do get another normal attack. Because I forgot about the we're at that level. So he's getting another
6.
spear.
Is flurry of blows 2 or 3 attacks?
Flurry blows is 2. It's always 2.
1.
So I would get my
The
2
third-
regular
the third
attacks.
So you just rolled 5 attacks?
No, I would get 4. It's two for the attack.
One of them was just to
action,
show
then.
off the effects.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was looking at my
the
saving
flurry of blows
throws.
Yeah.
thing.
That
Okay.
that one that says flurry of blows does not count. That was
I
just.
completely
Exactly.
misunderstood. Thank you.
Yeah, so
I need to start using that when I do flurry of blows.
He looks like he's got broken ribs. He's floating there. He's bleeding. The crippers are most likely going to eat him in a moment. Dovin.
So how many of these people climbing up overboard can I see? Can I see all 4 of them?
Yeah, you can see all
Good
4 of
intake.
them.
Bless you.
Thanks.
So if I can see all 4, I'm going to cast Hold Person at 3rd level. I'm going to get the one closest to Noxie and the one that looks most dangerous. Does the captain look the most dangerous, or do they all just kind of look the same,
They're
rough
not
and
really
tumble?
captains. They're more like that's just the rough and tumble. This one looks like they've got better armor, better things. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do the one closest to Noxie, and I'm going to do the one that's better equipped. So DC 15 Wisdom save for 2 of them.
Okay. Oh. Oh, that guy stops moving right as he slid onto deck. As does the tougher looking guy. His eyes just kind of go strange. Swarm of crippers. Bite, chew, chew. Lots more blood in the water as the crippers start eating the incapacitated sea elf.
That'd be an awful way to die.
Yes.
Eaten alive by little piranhas,
That's
essentially.
like my biggest fear.
And they're in the ocean.
You just had to make a.
It's like literally your worst fear.
I'm afraid of sharks. Actually, silly thing to be afraid of.
I'm afraid of just the ocean in general.
It's true that more people are likely to die by a cow than a shark.
See?
Yes.
I'm also petrified of cows.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've
Fine.
seen.
I used to pass by cows every day on my way to work.
My cousin shut me in a pasture with a very angry mama,
Ooh.
and I had to crawl under the barbed wire, and it was awful.
How big is Callie, might I ask? Like a typical crab or a big crab?
She's just a typical crab.
Like out of character and it's completely serious, not sarcastic way, like the type of crab you'd get at Red Lobster. It's like a typical crab size, not like those massive spider crabs.
I've never been to Red Lobster, but no, she's not. She's like a very normal
Okay, like a Dungeness or
historical
snow crab.
Yeah.
Not like an Alaskan crab, right? I imagine.
No, so smaller than king.
Or a,
So
Alright,
Callie-
thank you.
or one of those massive coconut crabs.
Yeah, Callie's can move there, and that's it.
I think they're incredible looking. Volan.
Yeah, first I'm gonna yell out, crew, keep the ship moving. Noxie, keep firing. Topaz, I got one overboard for you. I'm gonna run up, bonus action rage, and I'm going to use my first attack to Sparta kick this guy off. So he needs to make an athletics or acrobatic save. Or
Yeah, there's no way he's gonna make that. So he just goes, ah!
And then I'm running 5, 10, 15 through
I used
Cali,
the wrong
20,
token on you.
and I'm picking this one up.
This guy doesn't even have a reaction. So let's make sure you just don't, yeah. Right into the swarm of quippers. And he's now drowning because he's not a sea elf or one of those sea hobgoblin types.
Great, and I will pass turn.
Nuxie!
All right, I'm just gonna keep firing at this boat.
If I'm there, I can aid in reloading if that'll somehow speed it up.
Oh, good one, Nuxie. You hear another hitting into wood from the other ship.
Any damage to the armaments?
And they seem to fire back, but miss. I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Any damage to the armaments? Like, are we aiming for the crossbows?
I don't think you guys can see enough of the other ship to be able to aim for that. I mean, like, basically, you see...
Not even with the light?
With the light, you can... it's better for aiming, so you're not at disadvantage. But
Okay.
you can't... You can basically make out there's a big shape over there. You can't make
Okay.
out the bits and pieces of the outline itself. It's basically
Okay.
just a massive shadow.
Alrighty, thank you.
Cogsworth!
Alright. So the bandit captain that's held, is it technically on the deck? Like, just on the deck?
Technically barely on the deck, just, like, almost
Alright.
on the side, just barely climbed over.
How does paralysis work for rolling attack?
Advantage.
Yeah, you get advantage on
And
it.
auto crits.
Yep.
Alright.
Auto crits if you hit.
Alright. Then I will cast Sacred Flame on it.
Okay.
When you're paralyzed, does it make... Do they make saves?
I don't think you can do a deck save, no.
Does that mean it hits for max damage or just the 13?
This was a 13. Because it's a spell,
Alright.
not a physical attack.
Okay. And then I cast Spiritual Weapon. Also, I don't know Helm's weapon.
What does your weapon look like?
What is Helm's weapon?
A
I
helmet?
can't. I'm spacing on it.
It's whatever. I don't know anything about Helm. It usually takes whatever form that you like. Right here, Helm. I always think of a helmet.
Okay.
know one
A
guy-
spiritual gladiator helmet spawns in
Sweet.
next to the bandit captain
Just
and starts
take a picture of my living room. I've got a miniature one of those.
and then starts pinging the bandit captain on the back of the head. And does a 27 hit.
Yep,
The crit.
I already took away the damage on that.
Right. So is that max damage?
You
That'd be-
already got the crit anyway. It already displayed the crit damage. It's not max damage. It's crit. It's crit damage.
Okay. And I believe that's my turn.
All expand it. This guy sees the crippers over there and is swimming, and in fact turns around and swims away towards the other ship. This one, on the other hand,
Shit on
this one, on the other hand, takes a scimitar and just starts swimming for Volan. And misses. Lubu!
All right. I am just going to attack with my scimitar in one hand, and then Old Dusty in my offhand.
Alright. So, the fellow sea elf is now dead. You basically take your two weapons and just kind of slice them open, possibly across the throat. And blood just goes spilling out everywhere, obscuring the water a little bit.
As I do that, I mutter a little something under my breath, and then that's the end of my...
Dread.
Alright, so I look at this one that's not held yet. And I cast Hold Person.
That guy had said he was the one in charge of the hobgoblins.
That's the one
We
that
just
the
killed.
guy claimed, yeah.
Wisdom save DC 16.
I'm telling Lobu, make yourself useful and cut his head off.
Oof.
Will
We
do.
might have use of that.
That guy's now held.
That's it.
The roll within your mercy at the moment. Topaz.
Can Lobu cut his head off? Is that even going to take him an action or what?
The guy you already killed?
The guy we just killed.
It'd probably take him in action. He got started already. I mean, he cut the guy's throat.
Can I just get some leverage with my feet on his shoulders and twist and wrench it off?
That's gross.
Yes, you can do a strength
Cool.
check.
Oh.
I'm going to do that. Athletics.
I mean, biologically, you wouldn't do that.
Not an advantage, but
Yeah. You hear some crunching, and it takes up basically your entire 6 seconds of your turn to pull this guy's head off. Like, you manage to crack a few vertebrae and sever the spine with your muscles and kind of wiggle it back and forth like a rotten tooth.
yeah. All right.
That's not gross.
That was your full turn, unfortunately.
Good enough.
Dovin!
I'm actually just gonna hold. I'm gonna hold a frostbite for if either of those two guys try to do something.
Okay.
Uh.
Swarm of Crippers is going to eat that guy.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy has been eaten.
Sufficiently at.
They just kind of surround him, and bits and pieces of a skeleton
Yep.
come drifting out of the cloud of Quippers.
If they weren't already aware of it, I'm pointing at the one that was swimming away. Fresh meat getting away.
That guy is still held. Kelly!
Oh, sorry, that's still me. Callie's gonna stay there. Doesn't do anything.
Volan.
Yeah, this bandit captain right there, I'm gonna pull out my great axe. And I'll
Do
say,
it.
Captain my ass, and then take 2 strikes.
Well, he's not really a captain, it's just the token, you know?
Yeah, but still. Let me have this badass quick.
You don't deserve that bandana. Jump, jump.
Yeah. So, 19.
I mean, those are auto crits, by the
What
way.
the hell is that?
You
That's
should
my
roll
helm.
another 2d12.
That's my spiritual weapon.
Literally.
Because I can't think of Helm's weapon is associated with him.
I'm thinking.
Literally
thinking
bashing
if
them
he
with a
kills
floating
anything-
helmet. Okay.
I've seen much more interesting spiritual weapons.
I'm thinking, though, if the spiritual weapon gets a kill, to be extra gruesome, it's a mercy kill. It pops on their head and just...
That's
stabs
pretty
her
cool. So that,
But
so
that ain't
Volan, that counts as, again,
No, but-
that's auto crit, so you get to roll extra damage.
Oh.
You and we still have the same character sheet. We just
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Savage attacks or whatever. I get to go one more time.
Oh god.
You've already killed that guy with those 2 hits.
But
know,
now
you could-
he's really dead.
Which
You can
means
work that
the
right into
third
your-
one-
isn't that the orc
There's
thing
another
where it can move
enemy
to
right
another?
here.
You can work that right into your macros, Roland. You know, if you go in your weapon damage thing where it has the crit field,
Mhm.
you just put 2 dice of the appropriate kind. So if you're using a great axe, you put 2d12 there. It'll do it every time you get a crit.
You don't see.
think. Yeah, okay. Alright. So would that second attack then be on him?
No,
Or this guy?
you said a third. You said you got a third attack.
No, that's the third damage roll.
Oh,
like,
okay.
as an additional die.
No, the first 2 attacks with their extra damage roll is what killed them.
Got you.
Okay, sorry, I got confused when you said that.
No, you're good.
Noxie!
Keep firing at the ship. Can I see it a little better now? Has it like come closer?
No, it hasn't come any closer.
All right, I'll just keep firing at it then.
Alright.
Oh my god!
Damn, Noxie.
What the
What?
fuck? Oh my god, you are 1 off of max damage.
Oh my god.
Is
Ooh. And they also fire and hit you.
Did she sneak attack a ship?
No,
She
I
already
just
asked.
almost rolled max damage.
Are they keeping pace with us?
Yeah, they seem to be keeping pace with you as the fog starts to lessen around you. Well, remember, this is only like 6 seconds, so it's not like you're moving.
Oh, true.
Well, not really. Yeah, 6 seconds. So it's not like you're moving that fast. But they have got several ballistas, and that reminds me, it should probably take a full round to reload that ballista that you're on, Noxie, because you don't currently have a
Alright.
helper.
I said
Oh, okay.
I was helping if possible.
Then you're doing that instead of your turn.
It
I mean,
so
you're
it still
doing-
takes a full action.
It would take a full action to reload the ballista.
Oh, I didn't know that.
All right, in that
Sorry.
case,
Yeah, I'm okay with that though.
do I still get that awesome shot or?
Yeah, you still got that awesome shot.
Okay, cool. I'll spend my next round reloading. It's fine.
Or I'll take my action and assist, and I'll use my bonus action to move the helm, or actually keep it there. Sorry, and attack the held invader.
Yeah.
So, do I just? How do I do a spiritual weapon attack?
Just just roll spiritual weapon again.
Oh, I actually have it in my attacks already.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, you don't even need to double that or anything like that. These guys
Alright.
have almost no HP.
it plops on his head and snaps his neck.
Yep.
Also, apparently, Helm wields a longsword for future reference.
Oh, cool. But I do like your helmet.
Yeah.
if you
Oh, that works. That's
So you guys start chugging away, and you break through the line of fog and mist, with 2 ballistas now sticking out of your hull. Topaz and Libu, I take it you guys are keeping pace with the ship?
What happened? Are we out of initiative?
You
I think so.
you killed the people that were
No one's got hurt.
attacking the ship. You just broke through the fog bank.
Where's the other ship?
The other ship it isn't leaving the fog bank. It seems to be staying put back there.
I wasn't done with them. I'm taking the head and I'm swimming back toward them.
All right. The Quippers are keeping pace with you. Libu, what are you doing?
Lobu will follow, but like make weak protests as he does it.
Do we see this
Um,
on deck?
Probably all underneath the water.
it's underneath the water. It's unlikely, especially since they just stayed back in the fog bank and you guys have left the fog bank.
But anyway, tell you what I'm doing. I'm getting close. I'm spending a key point step of the wind so I can do the dolphin leap, basically, and
You
Get
find- you find
clear
yourself
their
on-
ship, land on their deck, basically.
You find,
And
you find yourself on a ship with it's a bit bigger than yours. It's about 100 feet by 20 feet.
Hmm.
And looks like there's a whole lot of crew here. But they also have several ballistas from your ship, glowing ones, sticking out of their hole in deck. Various
I wasn't
people.
sticking around. I
Okay.
would take a look, and basically I'm taking the head and I'm tossing it onto the deck in the midst of them, and I'm going to yell out at them, "Choose your fights more wisely next time," and then diving back over the side.
Almost on top of Libu.
Yep.
So
I'll do an
you did,
throw
you
an
did get,
intimidation in on that, which they're not intimidated by me.
yeah, you did get a quick look
But-
at the people there, and while you originally ran into hobgoblin types underwater when you were getting closer to that island, this ship is crewed by people of various races. You saw humans. You did see at least two of the sea hobgoblins, along with several other regular hobgoblins. Another sea elf who was glaring in your direction when you leaped on board and you was yelling at everybody. Uh, a bugbear and some sort of bug person.
Great. And they all look like pirates.
They all appear to be pirates or some variation of the kind. There are several times the amount of people there than there are on your ship.
Yeah,
And-
I'm not sticking around. But
yeah.
can I get a name of the ship? As we're leaving?
You did not see the name on the hull from where you're at.
I want to swim around so I can see the name.
All right, roll a perception check.
My
Yeah.
dice are horrible.
Yeah,
Looks like
either this ship doesn't have a name sported on its hull, or you just
Did they have any flags flying?
They had a black flag with some kind of skull on it from the
Yeah.
brief inspection.
Figures. And I definitely didn't recognize anybody on here from having seen them in one of the other docks ports.
No, especially with that brief look that you gave them, you just basically were able to make out various races and see that, yeah.
Okay, that's good enough. I'll start hightailing it toward our ship.
Same.
All right, you break through the fog bank. You see the ship just chugging away. You can definitely see the two ballistas sticking out of the hull.
How far away is it?
You are quickly, basically the mist is just going way far away from you now. Like, you're moving forward away from it. So it keeps getting more and more away.
She's a good shot. Little one, you did well, thank you.
How bad does the damage to our ship look?
Roll an investigation check.
Was anyone injured?
That wasn't an advantage.
I don't
The crew
think
were
so.
injured. Yeah, you're not sinking, so it doesn't seem like it's that bad at all.
Noxie's gonna take a look at the ballistas. Can we take those ballistas as further ammo?
Investigation check.
I would like to assist.
Alright. So you look down, and you can see the ballista sticking out from your hull. And it's above the waterline, so as long as the seas stay calm, you're in no danger of taking on water. The ballistas themselves, you might be able to repurpose them, but it might be difficult getting them out of the hull while you're in transit. You might have to find some place to dock in order to remove them in order for them to be useful.
Do we catch up eventually?
Yeah, you two quickly catch up.
Clamber up onto the ship. Well, they were definitely pirates. I got to look at the crew, and they were of all nations. Not one race in particular, even a few I didn't recognize. But they were flying skull and crossbones. I think we
Okay.
found our pirate hold.
Well, actually, it was just a black flag with a skull on it, no crossbones.
Well, okay. A pirate flag.
Are they? Do we think
Yeah,
they're associated with the sea princes?
It would explain the map, though.
No telling about that, but if we were thinking this might be a place where pirates are sailing out of, I think that's on the money.
You know, this could also be like a honey trap. I might explain the smiley face.
Could be. Well, they weren't smiling at me when I threw their captain's head in on their deck.
I thought they didn't give chase. Could have turned ugly.
From what I saw, we might have been able to take them.
You know, there was over 100 on that deck. I don't think so.
Lobu. What the fuck, Lobu?
Well, we didn't even get
more
a
like
scratch.
more like 30, but it's still like several times more than what you guys have.
Okay, 30? What do we have right now?
If they come back tomorrow, I can handle lightning.
Oh,
Crazy.
I mean, okay.
I
We
like
need to
them.
find somewhere to dock. Where do we want to go?
They
Orange is
fight
not
well.
the biggest city that we can find. We can also stop by that old Pyramid Island. If we wanted
Much
to
livelier than we
visit
spent the
there.
last 500 years.
Pyramid Island?
Much livelier
Isn't that
than
where
the
we
last
just
500
were?
years.
Right. It's closer, or not closer, but
You and me.
looking at the map, if
You
we wanted
have
to stop
to worry.
there or
Oh, I see. It stopped there to fix the ship. Yeah.
Have we got to the Tower Island?
we have 2 holes in our ship. We need to find a place to dock. The Tower Island?
Oh, it's on the opposite side of the
We
pyramid.
have not been on the island on the far right.
Okay,
the-
just something.
When you say far right, are you referring to the one that looks kind of like a thumbs up, or the one
Little house
closest to
over-
Orin?
Tower.
The one, huh?
It's got a
no.
house on it.
The one with
Yeah,
the,
it's-
Sorry,
I drew
I
a
didn't-
crude house picture. I think MB drew
Sorry,
something
when you-
else.
when you guys
establish
said-
that.
When you guys said to the right, I thought you were talking about directly to the east of the pyramid.
No, like upper right corner of the map.
Yeah, with the house.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Like completely opposite from where we are now. Way down in that lower left-hand corner.
I feel that we should make port beforehand. It'd be
Yeah.
a long trip. Do we have the rations?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
We
guys,
have
have rations. It doesn't
yeah,
take
you
that
guys
long.
currently also have 148 units of food and water.
Rations has never been a problem for us.
Basically,
Yeah.
one unit per day of food and water per person. So you
I
can
mean,
use
also-
those.
I can make infinite food.
there's
Well, not
only-
infinite, but like,
And there's only 12 people on the ship that eat and drink.
yeah.
Can't do that.
I also have mine.
Can.
Did
What
I just
about
hear
water?
a cat?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, my
I
little
loved it.
little guy is on my lap. He's currently sniffing around at my
Hmm.
microphone.
I have to wonder. Can I distill?
No.
Does anyone think I can distill water?
You have an alchemy kit and you have a furnace. You should be able to distill water. Yes.
Interesting.
You're not gonna make that much water. Like maybe you can make like one thing of drinking water per day, but you have. the
Still, I can help a
ability-
friend survive.
Yes. You
Okay.
you can also get salt from that.
I could.
So
Does anyone want salted salmon?
So,
Oh.
I'm
Okay,
going to
I go about cleaning out my stove from the baked fish.
What was that, Captain?
I'm going to propose that we sail to Orin, we lick our wounds, and we head down to Salt Marsh, and we let them know, the council, about the pirate outpost to the west, because we're obviously not going to take them on.
Okay. That sounds reasonable to me.
Does anybody have any objections?
I would like to fight them, Captain. I'll go alone if I have to.
Lobu, you're very brave.
Is he
It's not a
okay?
little rush. I don't know. I don't know.
Can I do like an insight check? Because he's not usually this bloodthirsty.
Yes, of course you can.
Also, he's not usually this confident. I've been doing low rolls today.
Libu, what does he say?
Yeah, you don't know. He definitely is more bloodthirsty than normal.
Noxie will also do an insight check.
And while they're doing this, quick question, Grizz.
Okay.
Do I have any gold left over after 500 years?
You probably had gold stolen from you after 500 years. You're
Okay.
lucky you weren't stripped down for parts.
Okay.
With Nox's 18, you can tell Lobu wants to, and like you don't quite get the motivation behind it, but you know he wants to kill a bunch of people and he wants to put them in the water.
With
For
the Quippers?
to eat?
Are the Quippers following us?
Nah, they dispersed after a while.
Out of character, that's very worrying, but Noxie thinks nothing of it. So she doesn't relay it to the party.
Well, I mean, if there's no objection to the captain's plans, I think Oren sounds pretty good. Well, we objected, but I don't know. I mean, there is merit to fighting them because we can save other people that might come by who won't be able to fend them off, but
I think,
There seem to be quite a few of
Lobo, you said there were about 30?
Topaz said that, actually.
That was just who was above deck at the time.
Fumble did have a...
Right.
We could always come back once we resupply. We could fortify the ship.
I'm with you, though, Captain, no matter what. But, just saying, that was my vote.
Okay. Dread, Topaz, Cogsworth, Noxie, anybody?
I have no objections to the plan.
I am concerned that our vessel cannot take on a vessel of that size in a proper assault. But we could fortify, possibly get some help.
I still say we should put a ram on. We could have holed them.
Okay.
I believe we kind of stuck in that engagement.
Noxie holds up a sign. I agree with Topaz's ram idea now.
Right, okay. We'll head to Orin. We'll think about getting a ram, maybe a bigger ship if we can sell this one. But after Orin, we should head to Salt Marsh and let them know.
Absolutely. We're not going to take this fight on all by ourselves. And they're going to want to know what we found.
Finally get...
Right.
Don't think...
Alright. In which case, Topaz, set sail for Orin. Please stay clear of those fucking rocks on the map. Like, please, I'm begging you. Skull and Crossbone Island is bad, please.
Taking the wide route, going around them.
You're a sweet boy.
Captain, I do have one request when we go to port.
Yes?
Someone seems to have made off with all of my coin, and I would like to resupply.
Oh,
Oh, we can share
About
some.
you, isn't it? It's all
lucky
about
for
you.
We have plenty of coin to share.
I don't need much. I just wish to refurbish my gear. And... Fumble, do you mind? You will have control in a moment. Let me finish my... Thank you. And I'd like to resupply some of my reagent. Hopefully I can make something of use.
Sure, Dovin, if you could give him what he needs whenever, that'd be fine with me. Looking at our bag of holdings, there's just way too much coin in here, so...
We have so much.
Yeah.
We have so much money.
You
We have so
calculate
much. Why would we have
it's
so-
about 60 miles to get to Orin.
A small one.
I'd also tell the crew to look
I
around
think
and see if there's
all of us
anything
could
that
fit in a
patch
bag
up the
holding.
hole
Maybe not at
in
the same
skull.
time.
Say,
No, we're
we
not.
could probably push the ballistas out, but they'd fall into the water. I thought Miss Noxie wanted to keep them.
Yeah, we did pay 500 gold a piece.
The bolts.
Oh, the bolts. I mean, Noxie, do we really need them? Can't we just buy?
She just
Did
shrugs.
Do these ballista bolts look like fancy ballista bolts? Like they're better? Or are they just kind of garden variety bolts?
They look garden variety, like just standard.
Noxie doesn't like the waste stuff.
So yeah, 60 miles to Orin from that island. Doing two prompt things. Right, I've got one official map and
But
one.
there's a rather large
zoomed
hole in
in
the
map.
side of it. We would take on water. Was there would be very... No, can't spit. Why don't we break the heads off before pushing them out and sell the scrap? It's not much, but hey.
Noxie ponders on this, and she nods. In agreement.
Alright, now Fumble. Please don't sink the ship. You may have control. And the eyes flicker to pink.
Why do you always think I'm gonna sink the ship? They don't call me Fumble for nothing.
Exactly. Don't let her near the anchor.
That's. What do you think I'm gonna do?
Drop it.
Okay, 2 times. 2 times. Okay. I do it every single time.
Have you ever been on a ship?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Oh, we also have all the stuff that we found in the temple. Oh, I want to see if any of this is magical. We don't have to go over this right now, Grizz Drop, but at some point.
Did you get the handouts for the stuff from the temple?
I have a handout?
Oh, magic items.
Yeah.
Party treasure? Is that...
Okay. Well, so there was like an amulet.
Yeah.
Is the magic item listed, or are those the only magic items we found?
It should be. Let me double check to see which ones you have listed here.
Because there's a wooden sword that we gave to Dread with obsidian teeth. And then there's a brass amulet that we found in a lime well. And
We just never identified if they were magic or not.
yeah.
Okay, you found the parapet of wound closure. One of you did, anyway.
Yeah, we found the balance of harmony, the parapet of wound closure, and the mirror of the past.
The Periapt I have.
Okay, you have that. Okay, I'll take that off.
Okay. I found a handout for it. There you go. The other one was a mirror. Yeah, mirror of the past. Yeah, I see that.
Mirror of the past and balance of harmony. And then, but we found a brass amulet found in a lime well. And it was, I think it was underneath the water weird.
I don't think that did anything. Hold on. Let me double check the let me bring back out that book.
And then we also found a
vague memory of what that was in that, but I don't think it was magical.
Okay, and then we also found a silvery rod.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know which one that one. Which one is? Which one of you is holding that silvery rod?
I have it in the bag of holding.
Okay, it's now going to be under magical items.
Wand of lightning bolts.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh my god, like actual lightning bolt. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
I
Shit.
could have taken them.
Yeah, we might have actually been able to do this pretty easily. Okay. Requires attunement by a spellcaster. And then... Oh, and the sword that Dread has.
No, the key found with the water weird was you guys used that to open up the portcullis. Oh wait, did you? No, that's not how you open the portcullis, is it? Or was it? I forget. Did you actually remember to figure out how to do that? Because I kept reading on that description, thinking, okay, they need to find that. All they need to do is find the keyhole. All they need to do. Okay, they figured out the right way of doing it. That's fine.
Didn't we just bust it open or something?
Yeah, I think you actually didn't bother with the key, but that's what that key went to. The key was to that portcullis.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I remember which one you were talking about, and I was trying to remember where the description is in the book.
Maybe it was after the water weird. Actually, no. I think it was before.
Because the one with the water weird was again, that's the key that went to that portcullis that you guys.
Right. So I wrote it after we got.
Yeah,
I remember.
That's where Cogsworth got used as a doorstep, by the way.
Yeah, I guessed as much.
I remember. I remember the well you're talking about. And it
almost got drowned.
Well, technically I can't drown because I can breathe underwater. But yeah, I almost got.
Oh, Delvin can breathe underwater?
Yeah, I found it pretty nice.
The mirror was from the the mirror
Coatl.
and the parapet of wound closures were both found in the water. Oh no, wait. No, it wasn't. Sorry. No, those were found with when the
Coatl.
Coatl. That's the same room that you also found Cogsworth in.
What's the periactive wound closure again?
It makes it so like you can't. It like automatically stabilizes you if you go down. And I think it had like one other thing like when you roll hit dice or something. But we gave that to Topaz because she can be a little reckless sometimes.
Yeah.
Is there anything on my person that I need to know about that you guys just kind of deposited on me for carrying?
Well, there's some tinsel and some Christmas ornaments, but
I just want to make sure that everyone gets their shit. Like, out of character.
Okay. Let's see. Because I think I know which one you're talking about when it comes to that amulet. But, let's see. It was found in the room with the snail, wasn't it? Or the slug, or whatever the thing's called?
Yeah, that's what Lobu, like.
Yeah, that's at a much different section of the book than the other one was. I knew I was looking in the wrong spot.
Oh, I think it's like right after that. There are two wells. One had a bunch of rats in it, and the other one had.
Yeah, the amulet itself is engraved with the words "Lord of Snails." It's basically something that's only worth about 65 gold, and basically it has no other value besides that monetary value outside of that tomb, because it would have been something that you could have used to talk to that snail or slug or whatever. You could have used it as a bargaining chip with him to get him to do something for you, but you came in the direction he would have sent you, and you already dealt with him, so all was well there.
An amulet that lets you speak with slugs.
It's not magical. It's more of a amulet the slug would have wanted, and let you talk to him better if you had messed up with the earlier communication.
Oh, I mean, I think it's a great idea. If you ever found one, I mean, it's so specific. you have to really look for opportunities.
You talk to sea creatures. You're basically Aquaman or Aquawoman.
Yeah, see how well that works sometimes.
It works very well. You keep fighting.
Imagine if you could summon an army of slugs. Would take them a long time to get there, but if you had time to plan.
If you had a whole bunch of slugs, that could be very useful someday.
Okay, so we have this wand of lightning bolts. You need to be a spellcaster to use it. So that's me. Lobu. I could not remember Lobu's name. Lobu, and is Dread considered a spellcaster?
Paladin.
We got a paladin, a cleric, a druid, and a bard/warlock.
Right. Okay. So who do we give the wand of lightning bolts to?
I got a pretty slick little magic item in that temple as well, so I'll pass. Unless no one else wants it, then I'll definitely take it.
I mean, I could use it, but I also have a pretty slick magic item, so I don't want to hog it. I mean, this thing's pretty strong. And Dread could use it, but
Yeah, I think it would interfere with my action economy, so I couldn't actually use it very well. But
yeah. So it's down to me or the cleric. I mean, or Lobo. Lobo could still take it. I don't know. I don't want to try and take it for myself because I'm the one that has it right now, and I feel bad. So if somebody else really wants it, they can have it. That's totally fine.
Let's do a roll off.
Good. Roll off. Okay. I feel better. Okay. How do we do that?
Just D20s, whoever gets the highest.
It brings me back to my old World of Warcraft days.
Oh.
What?
All right. Cogsworth gets the wand of lightning bolts.
Nice get.
Really be like that when you roll.
Now the question is, can he use it on himself and supercharge?
It's like Iron Man. Roland, you can't use it, but I appreciate the try.
Maybe she wanted to sell it. Maybe she wanted to make more money for everybody, or use it to buy a new ship.
Or maybe she's gonna multi-class into sorcerer or something.
Yeah.
Topaz. Topaz.
I'll be honest, I thought I was talking this entire time.
Oh no, we couldn't hear you.
I was saying, as a player, I very much want it, but unless someone outright gave it to him, Cogsworth wouldn't simply say, "Ooh, mine, gimme."
But you
He
rolled
would
a
pass it on
15.
unless it was handed to him.
You won the roll off.
Okay. Yeah, I thought people heard me. That's why I rolled.
Oh, I mean,
I would say Topaz
Yeah,
won
but
it,
you
but
guys
the
just
roll-off
mentioned
was
saying,
earlier,
"Hey, we
and
could
then
give it to the
Roland
cleric." But
I
what is
just-
the
I
wand?
just proved I could have had it if I wanted it.
Exactly.
What does the wand of lightning bolts do in terms of charges? I'm not too familiar with wands.
you can see the handout.
No,
Can't you?
only you can. Hold on. I'll show it to everybody.
Oh,
There we go.
this thing's fucking awesome. This is a great item.
Well, you guys
did not get
it.
took care of that polyp, so.
Where is it under magic items?
Yeah, I didn't get the handout either.
No,
Oh, hold on.
I only have the balance in the mirror.
Hold on. I thought I put it in the show all players. Is that showing up to everybody? Oh,
Nope,
still
just
no.
balance and mirror.
Alright, there we go. Now see, now it should be under there. That's all.
Yep.
I
Yeah, I
thought
see
I was
it.
hitting the show to all players button, and apparently it wasn't functioning.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh my god, this thing's awesome.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. This is so good. You can use it like multiple times, and it recharges 1d6 plus 1. What the fuck is this?
It's
Oh
a,
my
We
God.
could have taken that pirate ship.
it's
That
a
would have been easy.
special
Yup.
item for that you got for destroying a really evil tree, or polyp rather.
Also,
It looked like a tree.
yeah, also, it'd be wise not to use all the charges on it though, because on a D20 on a 1, it crumbles into
Right,
ashes.
right, yeah. But you can use 6 shots in one round, or in one day, and you recharge a pretty good number. This is just fun.
Or you could just do like a fucking mega spell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Lightning
level.
bolt.
Just remember, lightning bolt goes in a line. It doesn't expand around like a fireball does.
Yeah, but lightning bolt's still.
So you
so
can get
good.
some cheeky lines.
It is.
Yeah,
a-
You know this.
That would still do a job on a ship.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure.
Yeah,
Set fire to all sorts of
8d6.
stuff.
Woo!
Like a ship, like someone just said.
So you
I mean,
guys have set
8 dice base.
This is
You
true.
know,
So you guys have set sail for Orin.
so meaning you could make that a what a
I should have named myself Sparks. God damn it. That's what I was thinking of naming myself.
Oh, while we're
9
on
to
our
11,
way
14
to...
dice worth. If you wanted to.
Yeah. While we're on our way to Orin, though, I want to use the Mirror of the Past on Codsworth.
Alright.
What does this look like?
The holder of this platinum hand mirror can learn something about the history of a specific object or creature by taking an action to gaze into the mirror and think of the target. Instead of the holder's reflection, the mirror presents scenes from the target's past. Information conveyed is accurate but is random and cryptic, and present in no particular order. Once it's activated, the mirror gives its information for 1 minute or less, then returns to normal. It cannot be used again until the next dawn. The question is, Cogsworth, do you remember enough of your past? Or shall I take Dovin to the next room and explain to him what he sees?
I remember my goal, a lot of panic, and then waking up to the party.
Okay, so I'm going to take it with a lot of your past is a complete blur to you and a complete unknown to you, so I'm going to tell Dovin in private.
Okay.
Alright. You gaze into the mirror, and you see the face of a tabaxi. This tabaxi is pretty much just golden furred and appears to have a slight mane, as they have what appears to be hair kind of dripping around their head, and just kind of this golden fall. They're tilting backwards and forth, and so you can't hear anything, correct? Yeah.
I can hear you.
No. You can't hear anything in the mirror. You're just looking at something, right?
No, you're right. Yeah, no.
So you see sorry. It seems like the figure that whose eyes you're peering through is now sitting up, and this tabaxi is just, doing some checks over and nodding. And you see several other tabaxi, but they're a bit shorter than the one that seems to be talking or doing adjustments on this one, and they just appear to be pointing towards the figure that his eyes are seeing through, and then pointing back at the slightly smaller tabaxi. They're not dressed like any tabaxi you've ever seen, wandering around anywhere, any place that you've been. They are dressed in what looks like uniforms. Clothes match each other. The taller tabaxi is dressed in all blue. He's got like a blue. You're pretty sure it's a he. Is got like a blue cape and blue kind of soft clothes that carrying to himself, and like a belt with some weird tools and stuff on it. The other two are also wearing blue, but it appears to be more armor. Kind of a uniform armor, but not like the kind of armor that you're used to, but you just get the sense that that's armor that they're wearing. And then the minute is up, and that's all you see.
Cool. Okay.
What? I just feel she needs to get out of her shell a little more.
So Devin spends a minute staring into that mirror.
Oh, that was weird. Hi. Sorry, I zoned out for a bit. This thing's really weird.
A mirror?
Do you know what to... Cogbert, do you know anything about tabaxi?
No.
I knew Cloud was up to no good.
That wasn't
What'd she say?
Elf plays a tabaxi in our other campaign named Cloud.
Okay.
Knew Cloud was up to no good, that bastard. What'd she do?
nothing.
Liar.
Not all tabaxis are the same.
It could have been her in another life.
What, this could have been Cloud in another life?
Yeah. One of her other 8.
Is that why she's always
Could be.
So, David,
No, that I recall.
What? What's up?
I don't recall any tabaxi.
Oh, okay. There seems to be one in your past. I just realized that was really rude. I apologize. I shouldn't have done that without asking.
Done what?
Well, so this mirror the past. You can use it to see like visions of someone's past, but they're like really random and stuff. So all I saw was like a tabaxi, and he was dressed in blue, and then this tabaxi was kind of tall and was gold, and there were 2 other tabaxis that were kind of smaller. Everybody was dressed in blue, but the smaller ones were dressed in armor, and the larger one just had like more clothing and sash. She looked important though, and that was it.
So it's the scrying mirror?
Scrying seems more controlled. I mean, I've never scryed before, but from what I've read in books, scrying seems... I do breathe. But only when I stop thinking, which doesn't happen very often, which could kind of be a problem sometimes. But, I'm just going to keep going with it, so...
As long as he breathes, I don't care.
Maybe.
But anyways, yeah, so scrying seems a lot more specific. Like, you can kind of control it, I think. That's what I read in the book. But this was really random. I just kind of like looked into it and thought about you, and then a minute later. But I think we need to wait another day to try it again. It would be fun to try it on other people, although I don't want to be intrusive.
Yeah, where do we sign up for not getting scryed on?
Where's that
So,
opt-out sheet? Pose. What kind of a package?
I'm gonna set up.
I
I
can't-
guess.
I can't sign up on that.
You can if you'd like. I don't know if it will work.
Continue. I
Roughly
kind
a
of wish I
vision.
had a box.
Why?
Oh.
If you fit, you sit.
Maybe. I don't know.
But anyway, sorry for spying on you without thinking about it. Won't do it again, and I won't do it to anybody here.
It's fine. I now know something that I didn't before.
How would I find my...
Goblin gives you 2 thumbs up. Who wants this balance, by the way? It's certainly interesting. I mean, I can hold on to it if nobody wants it, but I figured I'd ask.
What is the balance for again?
You can cast Detect Good and Evil.
Interesting.
We can also sell this. I mean, there was that one lady talking about magic items, or we could trade it in for something.
True. Dredd, did you expect? Sound like you were interested.
I just considering detecting good and evil. I can sort of detect the fiends and undead as it is. I don't think it's necessary otherwise.
Okay, yeah, so maybe we go with Fallen's idea. Exchange it for something else, or just sell it.
Yeah.
It might be useful if we wish to upgrade the ship.
Maybe.
My concern is that if we have a larger ship, we'll need more crew. Will our master fisherman be able to supply that?
Food is just entirely not a problem.
We were very good at finding food.
Okay.
Additionally, we could buy supplies. But
I mean, I can
that's something for
feed-
another day.
I can feed 10 people with 1 spell slot. And I can make water too. And Lobu can fish.
I can produce water in an emergency, but not much.
There's a lot of people that produce water in emergencies.
I was actually thinking that. Yeah, unfortunately, that water is very salty. or acidic.
Mine is not. Quite the opposite, in fact.
In the ocean, nobody knows.
This water tastes a little fishy.
Okay, sorry to distract. I'm good to go.
It's not a distraction. We're just like winding down here.
Shall we begin the trip to Oran? I don't believe I've ever been there.
It's pretty nice.
Captain?
Roland, Captain, you've been there? Topaz? Anybody else? Anybody been on the Orange?
That's a good question.
Captain?
No, I was kind of new to Saltmarsh too, so this is new.
Then I guess it will be a learning experience for us all.
Alright.
Grizz, out of character, no falafel stands.
I hadn't planned on any. And with that, we will end it here for now. And I'll see you guys again sometime the beginning of next year. Because unfortunately, next Wednesday is Christmas, and the Wednesday after that is New Year's.
Yep.
Oh man, so 2-week break?
Sadly, yes.
Okay.
But
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year,
Yep,
everybody.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
See ya.